Peace. How you doing, family? Good morning. Today is Friday. You've made it. You made it to the weekend. Hey, it's been a long week for me, and I'm sure it's been a long week for you. So, how has your week been? Drop it in the emojis. If you had a blessed week, just put that in a comment. Just put blessed. If you had a trying week, put trying. But the best thing about it, you've made it. You made it to Friday. There was someone who didn't even make it to Thursday. There was someone who didn't make it to Wednesday. There was someone who didn't even see Monday. There was not even alive to even bear witness that there was a Monday for this week. But you've made it. So shouts out to you, hand clap to you. You made it to Friday. And it's been interesting. I had to go to an event in Houston yesterday. It was a very fruitful event. Uh, yeah, it was good. So I pray your week was well. I pray your weekend is even better than your week. So yeah, let's get into it. All right, so those two people right now who are live, give me the emoji. Let me know how your week has been. Give me a smiley face, thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever it is for you. Because again, remember how you tap into the algorithm is you have to put some type of comment or some type of reply, and whatever it is, it's going to blast out and push it up higher on your timeline. So let's get into it. This is going to be good. This is going to be good. I was in here breaking this down, as y'all know. Whatever word that I'm going to talk about or the topic of discussion is going to be, I break it down. I give the definition of it, and then I pretty much go to the etymology and break it down even a little bit more. So we're talking about manifest. We've been talking about vision. We've been talking about provision. But after you see the vision is clear. And after you are doing what is required of you, then you have the ability to acquire those particular things. But what do you do after you have those things that you possess? Like it says in the title, what you possess, you have the ability to manifest. Peace. Good morning, Miss Atkins. What you possess, you have the ability to manifest. So if you understand what I'm saying, what you possess, you have the ability to manifest, put manifest right there in the comment section. Because as you write down manifest, and as we begin to break down manifest, you're going to look at it from a different perspective. You're going to look at it from a different life, and you're going to look at it from a different light as well. Because, man, I just did a good job. I'm just saying, pat my own self on the back. All right. So, manifest. Let's break down the etymology of manifest. Well, let's go back. Manifest itself, um, it has man in it. Because if you look at man, the definition of man is intelligence. I mean, man is one who has intelligence. That's the definition of man, one who has intelligence. And also, the definition of man is to think. So if you look at the word manifest and the way it is, it has manifest. That means you have to have the intellectual capability in order for you to actually work out or walk through that thing that you are manifesting. Have you manifested your vision for the year yet? That is a true and honest question that only you can answer. I can't answer that question that you have been striving to manifest all year, or you put a quarter on what you want to manifest. Have you done it yet? Have you accomplished what you ultimately want to accomplish for the year? Because as you already know, November is coming up. A lot of people make their New Year's resolution and they put all of this stuff out about what they want to do. But my question to you right now, have you manifested these resolutions that you created at the beginning of the year? What have you done thus far to actually walk that vision through into fruition? What have you manifested? Are you complete right now? If you're not complete, I'm going to tell you right now, Yes, you have time, but time is only given by those who recognize how essential it is for you to do or to take a hold of. So let's break down even more. Manifest, the verb of manifest means to spread. It means to spread. So as you're manifesting these thoughts or you're manifesting these things that you actually want to do, yes, you have spread it out in a 12-month window, but what have you completed? Like I tell my son all the time, let's look at it from this perspective as well. As we spreading manifest out in the 12-month window, you have a scale. As you can see my hands, you have a scale. In this hand, you have your goals. And in this hand, you have your accomplishments. If your goals actually outweigh your accomplishments, then you really haven't, you didn't get anything done yet. Nothing has been done. You have all these goals and they outweigh your accomplishments. That means you still have work to do. That means you have yet to complete the goals that you've had set for yourself in this 12-month window that you spread all year long that you have yet to complete. So that means your goals were really just ideas because you haven't really begun to work on those things to complete the task of the mindset that you were in when you created that. So complete that task. I'm going to keep it on that one. All right. So the next thing is the now of manifest is a certified list. For those that are, prior service or you're currently in right now, you already know on the manifest is what? Concrete evidence on either what is inside the Connex or what is in the box or what is on the ship or who is on the ship. It is concrete. That means whatever is on this list will happen. Whatever is on this list is inside of this box. Whoever is on this list will go on this plane or will go on this boat. That is a solid, solidified list on what is present at that particular time. So how many things do you have on your manifest in 2021 that you have yet to accomplish, but you wrote this long list of wish lists that you wanted to accomplish, but you have yet to accomplish those particular things? Where are you at on your list? Because remember, the now, from the etymology, the now version of manifest is a certified list. Have you certified your list? You probably have, but again, you're going back to that scale. If your goals outweigh your accomplishments, then you really haven't completed anything as of yet. But again, you still have time. I'm just saying, especially if you spread it all the way out to 2021 and you didn't put any stipulations that I want to have this done by 1 July. And here it is, late October going into November, and you have still yet to complete that particular task that you wanted to do by 1 July. So look at your certified list. Look at the vision that you wrote down, going back to what we've been talking about when we did the Power of Vision 1 and the Power of Vision 2. If you missed the Power of Vision 1 and 2, click that link that's up in the content of this. Click on that podcast link and then go back and listen to the Power of Vision 1 and the Power of Vision 2. Then you can get caught up to where we are if you just now tuning in on this particular episode. Now, on this certified list, ensure that one, what you have on this list is still current that you want to do. And what you have on this list is and can be completed by putting a actual date time group to it. Because I guarantee you, once you put a date and a time next to it, then you're going to begin to hold yourself accountable, or you're going to have an accountability partner that's going to be there to ensure, hey, Wednesday is coming. You said you want to have this by Wednesday at 2:00. I'm not trying to bug you, but I do want to keep you on track. That's when you know and understand that that accountability partner is there to assist you with those things. So that's a good thing. Then the next thing is the adjective of manifest. It says to clearly reveal to the eye of the understanding. That means it is so clear to you. What you want to manifest, those goals are so clear to you that you can see it. Remember, we're going back to the definition of vision is having that clear vision. And in order for you to have that clear vision, you must have a solid understanding of what it is in order for you to produce that particular thing. And when you produce that particular thing, it has to be so clear, not just the writing on the wall, but also the steps that you have to take. Because remember, the noun definition of manifest is a certified list. That list that you have certified, that is actually what it is that you're going to do. And so shall it be. All right. I know that, you know, you have your 10 commandments and stuff like that. But did you know the real first thing from the biblical sense, the first thing that God really said, he said it to Adam and Eve when he told them to be fruitful and multiply. He told them to be fruitful and multiply and to replenish the earth. So what does this actually mean for you? I'm going to tell you. I'm going to break it down this way. So to be fruitful and to multiply and to replenish the earth, that means you have to plant the proper seeds in order for it to be bountiful, in order for you to have a bountiful harvest. So to be fruitful is to plant the right seeds inside of your mind, to plant the right seeds inside of your thoughts in order for you to have a clear visual of what it is that you want to do. Just like if I plant an apple seed, then I have no expectations of this seed growing into an orange tree, because I specifically planted this seed of the apple in order for me to grow a apple tree, in order for me to do whatever I want with the fruit. Just like we've all heard, you can tell a tree by the fruit that it bears. I've planted specifically a seed of an apple in order for it to produce a apple tree. So if I'm being fruitful and multiply, remember you have a orange grove. If I plant a seed of an orange, and it grows into an orange tree, that's just a tree of oranges. But if I plant multiple seeds, and multiple seeds and multiple seeds, then it becomes the orange grove. Because that's like the things that you're doing. Say like if you want to learn how to drive a car, what are you going to do? You're going to study. You're going to study how to drive a car. You're going to study the signs and stuff like that, and you still have to drive. That's before you even get your license. So there's components that you have to have in order for you to have the bountiful harvest. Just like when he said, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth. So now let's look at it from this perspective. Being fruitful and multiply and replenishing the earth. Let's look at the mind as the earth itself. Because if you have a flower pot and you plant this flower inside the flower pot, your expectations of the seed that's planted is to what? Grow. Is to also what? Produce. But remember, it's not going to bear the proper fruit unless you plant the proper seeds. So what do you feed your mind when you get up in the morning? What are you reading either in the morning, or what are you reading throughout the day? What are you seeing throughout the day? How are you feeding yourself? Because again, you can tell a tree by the fruit that it bears. It's just like, this is true and factual. If you put a child in front of a TV, long enough, that child is going to do what? That child will possibly begin to mimic what it sees on the TV. Am I right? Yes, I know I'm right. So again, when you put that into the point to where if I plant the proper things in front of myself, my eyes, using my mind as the earth, planting that proper seed, then I what? I have the ability to produce what I want to produce. I have the ability to manifest what I want to manifest. Why? Because I am specifically planting these proper seeds in my brain or in my mind, so I know what I want to produce. I know if I want to start a business, I know I have to do what? The market research in order for me to know what is already currently out there. So I have to plant that particular seed in order for me to know that my business is going to solve a particular problem. Again, that's going back, being fruitful and multiply and replenishing the earth. Planting that seed inside of your head and getting that thought out of your mind and put it into the physical form of writing it down gives you the right and the ability to possess the ability to manifest. Why? Because the possession means that you're holding on to it because you took ownership. You took ownership of that vision. You took ownership of the provision. So now you have the ability to manifest those thoughts into the physical form. Stop complaining about what everybody else is doing when you have failed to possess the ultimate opportunity for you to what? Be fruitful. You walking around with pockets full of apple seeds waiting for the orange grove to be created. You're not putting yourself in the right circles, or you're not putting yourself in the right form or around the right form of people that's going to allow your fruit to be bountiful in order for you to be there during the harvest. And there's something that I always say, and I will forever say it. Not everyone you plant your seeds with will be around during the harvest. That means there are certain people that are in your life right now that are out of season. There are certain people in your life right now that's only going to be there for that particular season. And there are certain people right now you haven't even met yet because it is not time for you and it is not in that particular season for you to be manifesting that particular thing. But you have to know and understand, where are you in that process? Are you just being fruitful, or have you begun to multiply? And when you begin to multiply, man, that puts yourself in a whole nother season. I'm just telling you, it puts yourself in a whole nother season. It's just like if I plant this orange and I grow this tree and I plant more seeds and I have this grove, I can now what? I have the ability to create what? Wealth. I have the ability to do what? Create what? Juice. I have the ability to do what? I have the ability to create things that can either help out from a health perspective, like with the orange pills. There's so much things that can happen when you actually begin to plant the proper seeds, because the outcome will change because you did it intentionally. You did it with the intent of what? Producing and reproducing. Man, when we get into the frame of mind when we know that we have the ability to manifest what we possess, you know what you have inside of you. If you haven't figured out what you have inside of you yet, then it's not your season. It's not your season. But that's the only person that's going to know that it's not your season is you. But you're going to have to understand that. I'm going to jump off of that right now. So, as a man, what? Thinketh. But it says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. But let's take the heart out. let's take it and we're going to put it in this perspective. As a man manifest, so is he. As a man manifest, so is he. So if you manifest oranges, if you plant oranges, then you must and you will produce orange trees. Why? It's only right. Why? That's what you've planted. That's just like if you plant bad seeds and it bears bad fruit, you have to look at yourself from a real honest perspective. Look at the seed you planted and it bore that particular fruit. As a man manifest, so is he. We're going to change that whole Bible verse. We're going to put it in that perspective. And I want you to look at that from your perspective as well. And I want you to say this: as I manifest, it is me. I want you to take that and you take that personal approach. As I manifest, so it is me. So if you manifest good behavior, if you manifest good attitude, a great attitude, if you manifest goodwill, if you manifest community, if you manifest wealth, if you manifest love, if you manifest peace, I guarantee you the fruit will bear during the bountiful harvest. Why? Because you change the trajectory of what you're manifesting and the outcome totally change. When you change the execution of what you do, the conclusion will not be the same. It can't be the same because you changed how you was doing it. Change your execution and I guarantee your conclusion will definitely be different. I guarantee it. So we're gonna break this down in closing. I kind of went too long, but I guess somebody needs to hear this part. All right, so we're gonna break down manifest, because remember, man means intelligence. Remember, man means to think. So think about what you're doing, and think about what fruit that you want it to bear in order for the process to be bountiful. So breaking down manifest. So I'm gonna break this down real quick and I'm gonna close this out. Breaking down manifest as you. So I, whatever your name is, you're gonna drop your name and I'm gonna break this down and then I'm gone. I, whatever your name is, manifest. You possess. I, whatever your name, I'll say John. John, possess the cognitive ability to learn and to form concepts and to understand and apply logic and reason, including your capabilities to recognize patterns, plan, innovate, solve problems, make decisions, retain information, and use language to what? Communicate. What have you told yourself? You possess the ability to communicate. Start communicating with yourself. Start manifesting these things for you. Sometimes you have to understand that you matter too, like everybody else. Everybody else will say things matter, but you have to matter to you too. Manifest those thoughts, manifest those visions, and I guarantee you, your outcome will change. Why? Because you have the ability to manifest. Peace. Click that link up at the top. Go back, listen to the other podcasts, catch yourself up. Right now, we're on episode 11. So if you haven't listened to 10, the 9, the 8, the 7, the 6, the 5, the 4, the 3, the 2, the 1, go back, listen to it. And y'all be blessed. Consistency is currency. Peace.